So I'm going to be kind to white people this time. I'm going to be nice. I swear.
I'm not going to change, though. I'm not going to. Yeah. I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it. Because at the end of the day, if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not racist. I'm not. Me, I am not. They are, yes. But how am I supposed to help them ever? By cutting them off? No. Like, I get it. You guys can think in black and white, but that's not how it works over here. That's not how it works for me. But
I don't envy white people's work because I think what's happening is a lot of them are coming to the realization of just how bad it is. A lot of them are having difficulty extracting themselves from the community because if they were to literally not be friends with every racist white person that they know, a lot of them probably wouldn't have friends and they probably wouldn't even have a family. That's how bad it is. They would literally be left alone in the world and a lot of them can't handle that. It's bad. Don't envy this for them. This is terrible. But at the same time, you have to be aware, especially if you're one of those white people for whom if you were to actually disengage from every racist white person you met, you realize just how alone you would be in the world. If you are that white person, if you understand how bad it would be for you, bitch, for a lot of you, because it's not just you. There are a lot of you for whom to disengage with every racist white person you meet would mean that you would literally have no fucking community. If that's the case for you, then I need you to understand just how bad the racism is for the people who are the victims of it. Just how entrenched and what's the word, class? Systemic this shit is. It's bad, bro. It is really bad for you. And I don't envy the work that you have to do because you effectively have to ask yourselves, how do we recreate community that isn't fucking racist? We should be able to connect on a whole lot of other things, right? Why are we so obsessed with connecting with each other through racism? Why is that a singular connection that holds us all together? Why? And I know for a lot of you, you're trying to rationalize it, but I'm not racist. If I'm friends with a racist, yes, you are. Racism is a system, dude. Like we talked about the word systemic. Racism is a system. It's a system of oppression. And the bare minimum you can do in this thing we call society is ostracize people who do the community wrong. But if you were to ostracize every white person you met, you realize you would be without community very quickly. They would still be in community with each other and you would be left on the outs. And so when you're still friends with them, you're still giving them cover. How can I change their mind? Have you actually tried to change their minds? Or are you just the type to be like, damn, bro, that's fucked up? Are you that type of dude? Damn, bro, dude, that's fucked up, man. You shouldn't say that. Are you actually anti-racist? Are you actually working with people to help them break down and deconstruct from racism? And similarly for men, are you actively working with men to help them deconstruct from misogyny? Are y'all actively doing that work? Because if you're not, then yes, you're fucking racist. I'm sorry. You are a part of the, what's the word, class? System. You're a part of the system. You're upholding the system. You are. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. But again, I also understand how difficult that is. It's one thing if you say, I'm staying in community with white people and I'm still going to be around racists because I'm actively going to take on the work of talking to them about their racism and why it's a problem. If you're actively doing that, I don't have a problem with you. But the vast majority of you are not doing that shit because you understand just how uncomfortable it would be. And when you try to go against the grain, they are going to do everything they can to fucking crush you. You understand that shit. They punish you for not engaging in the racism. They punish you for not supporting the racism. They punish you for not staying silent on the racism. They punish y'all for that, and you know that. So I don't envy you. But at the same time, what we're not going to do is we're not going to provide you cover. We're not going to lie to you about the reality. We're not going to allow you to lie to us about what the fuck we see. Because again, if you would run out of community, if you were to disown every racist white person you came across, you should understand just how systemic it is. And when a black person or an Asian person or whoever, or indigenous person comes to you and tells you that there's a fucking problem, you should automatically believe them because you know how deep that shit goes. You should not be arguing with us about it. I don't want to fucking hear. You should be like, yep, yeah, you're right. But you won't. You're going to argue us down. You're going to try to convince us that we don't see what the fuck we see. You're going to try to convince us that, all Nazis are bad except this one over here because he didn't really know what it meant. And it's just a tattoo. And I keep bringing that nigga up, but he's an example of this. He's just a current example, to be quite honest with you. I'm not trying to drag on him. It's just the reality of it. He's a perfect current example that highlights this problem. Why are so many of you reluctant to let go of a racist? Because it is so deeply entrenched in your community. I'm sitting up here like, why don't y'all want the non-racist, the non-problematic white man in Jordan Wood? He's young, he's white, he's male. He meets all your superficial requirements for oppression, but he, at least on the surface level, has policies that indicate that he wants to get rid of a lot of this shit. So if we say we don't want oppression, we should vote this man in. But you don't want to because you understand that he exists on the outs. He exists on the outs outside of the white community. And you are too chicken shit to exist there with him. It fucking scares you. You don't want to lose access to your friends. You don't want to lose access to your family. You have connection to them. You care about them as people. I get it. They're fucked up. It's fucked up. I don't like it, but they're my family. I get it. You still care about them because they're fucking people. But don't sit here and pretend like you're there to stop racism. You're not. Like you're there to challenge it. You're not. You won't even do something as innocuous as supporting a non-problematic white man who doesn't have a history of racist and misogynist shit. You won't even do that. But you want me to believe that you being in proximity to the racists, you're somehow helping them to deconstruct their racism? Shut the fuck up. Man, but again, good luck with that. That being said, the reality of it is for black people, and I'm only speaking for myself as a black person and any other minority in my honest opinion, but I can only speak for myself as a black person. It is not in our best interest to trust a lot of y'all. We can't, because y'all don't even know how to have the conversation. Y'all don't even know how to build community without it being oppressive. It's almost like oppression is a part of you, like what it means to be white. Like you have to be oppressive to be white. And for a lot of you, you don't want to get rid of that identity. You enjoy the oppression. You don't even know what society would look like without other people being oppressed. You don't know what it would look like. And that fucking scares you. It scares you. It scares you to try to rebuild something new. It scares you to bring it up to all your weird racist white friends. It scares you because you don't want to be without your white support system. That terrifies you. Yeah, I don't envy y'all. Good luck with that.